Madam Speaker, I like to ask the Honourable Prime Minister whether he may not be aware, whether he is aware that in fact there's such a huge shortage of beds at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital that they are sometimes having to put male patients in female wards, and they're having to use a maternity ward. They're having to use the maternity ward for general patients. So women with young babies are having to share with ladies who are having other diseases, and this is very bad for mother and child.
Well, the leader of the opposition is saying that this is the situation. I cannot say that it is so, but I cannot say also that it is not so.
No,
what I can do is, of course, I will look into the matter, and of course, I will relay the information to Rodrigues.
Honourable Leopold. And then last question for you.
I have two more questions.
No. I'll allow Honourable give him one question. Be brief. Be brief.
He said so many things.
I said several times. Now you're losing the time allotted to PNQ. Honourable Leopold, please.
Madam Speaker, the leader of opposition has said so many things which are misleading, so I think I will need to...
No. Honourable Leopold, please sit down. No, you can ask your question, but you cannot say that the leader of opposition is misleading. You have to change, rephrase.
All right, Madam. So I thank the Honourable Prime Minister for giving us that answer. And in his answers, he said that he's been advised by the island chief executive.
What is your question? What's your question?
Yes.
Ask your question. Allow him to ask his question.
This is part of my question, Madam. This means that the Prime Minister, he respects autonomy, and the leader of the opposition doesn't know what autonomy is.
What is your question? What is your question?
And the leader...
Just... Leopold, ask your question.
So,
I've given you the opportunity when it is applicable.
Okay, my question is whether there is any change in policy of the government while the leader of opposition was in government, and now when he's left government, whether there is any change of policy for the development of Rodrigues.
Well, Madam Speaker, of course there is a change of policy, because as already the Rodrigues people are already feeling this change of policy with a number of projects that are already in the pipeline in Rodrigues.
Madam Speaker, I have two more questions.
Okay? Be brief, please.
Okay. It's going to change the policy, going from bad to disaster. Madam Speaker, sir. Madam Speaker, let me ask
question, please. What's your question?
About the gynecologist. It's good. I'm not playing cheap politics here. I'm trying to... You don't excite me. I'll tell them what it's all about. Now, Madam Speaker, there is one gynecologist now, I think Dr. Sharma. But there's one guy, you're a lady yourself, you will know. There's one gynecologist for 40,000 population. My request to the Honourable Prime Minister is to have at least 2 gynecologists. That's not enough.
Yeah. I agree, even 1 is not enough. But the Honourable Leader of the Opposition should know that previously there were none. And 1, of course, we will have to see to it that how we can increase it, increase the number, not only for gynecology, but for the other...
Disappointed, Madam Speaker. I'm disappointed with this level of answer. What I'm going to say, Madam Speaker, is now covers the whole of the project. There are very, very wide and serious allegations of corruption in Rodrigues against the administration. Not going to talk about the politicians, against the administration. So my request to the Honourable Prime Minister is that we have a very serious team at the local ICAC office there. If you go there, you will hear all sorts of things which will, you know,
ask your question.
Your blood curl. So I'm going to ask the Prime Minister whether he will change the ICAC officers there, have a serious team of ICAC officers, because all this money has to go where it's meant to be, that is to the Rodrigues' well-being. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, I cannot...
Who said that?
Madam Speaker, I cannot interfere in
Honorable
ICAC.
Leopold.
I cannot interfere in ICAC. ICAC is independent. They have their officers there, and it is for them to see to it if there are any complaints or if there are any declarations that are made either to the police or to ICAC. Of course, they will have to inquire into the matter. But just to maybe I found that figure, which is very revealing, Madam Speaker, and it's good for everybody because they are official figures. And that will sum up on how much we are doing for Rodrigues. The indicative per capita expenditure for the year 2017-2018. Well, yeah, for Mauritius is 107,059 rupees, and for Rodrigues it's 108,534 rupees.
Okay.
Well,
no,
you are saying it's being wasted. But then the Honourable Leader of the Opposition should go more often to Rodrigues. When you were Minister of Finance, you've been only once to Rodrigues, so you should go more often.
Time is over.